We are adding citrusy sunshine into our baking with Susie Gazzaloni of Susie's Cake Angels. And you've got three different, very different types of citrus cakes. I love this idea.
Right? We're manifesting spring. We're due for it. So we have my coconut lime bundt cake, which we're going to make today.
Okay.
Then we have my blood orange olive oil loaf cake, and then we have some lemon poppy seed muffins, because you can never go wrong with lemon poppy seed muffins.
These all taste so great, and you've got so many great tips in your book as well. Like one of them for the citrus juice is to like use the actual juice of the fruit, not like I do the stuff that's in the fridge.
No, don't buy them. No, part of what makes it a successful bake is the actual juice, because it adds so much flavor. Whereas when you buy the ones from the store, it's obviously there's other things in there, other fillers, so it takes away from the actual color and flavor.
And you're going to use all parts of the fruit.
We use all parts of the fruit. Nothing goes to waste. Okay. So we're going to start off. I've got my mixer there. I'm going to actually get you to mix if you're okay. We've got some whipped butter, but is it good?
Is it plugged in?
Yeah, it's plugged in. And so we have the sugar and butter going in here. And you want to make sure that you mix that really well. And until it's a bit light. Now I have a really cool
Stand back.
Oh boy. So I zested some lime, and what I like to do, I know in most of my recipes and most recipes that you see out there.
Is that kind of good?
Yeah, that's great. So the lime zest is usually placed at the end. I actually like to place it when we have the sugar. So if you keep mixing, because what happens is the rubbing of the sugar with the lime zest releases the oils.
Oh, you can smell it.
And do you notice that?
Yeah, it smells
so divine, right? And it also adds to so much flavor. It's okay. That's actually really good. That's how you want it to look.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna add the eggs with the vanilla.
I'm still going on here.
You're still gonna go. Okay. You're gonna keep going. And you wanna make sure that you keep mixing it. And as you're mixing it.
Can you help me?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna scrape the sides. It blends in really well, so then it kind of it becomes this like pale, buttery soup batter. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
So do you want lumps still in it?
You can still have lumps, so now I'm just gonna give you can take a little break. And I'm gonna sift, we have the flour here, and we can sift some of the flour if you wanna pour it in. Okay. And you know I love to sift. You know,
do you use only baking flour for this?
I use all-purpose flour. You can pour the whole thing in. That's good, and I'm gonna keep sifting. I like to use, so in all my recipes, I use all-purpose flour. The main reason why is because it's so accessible. We all have it in our cupboards. You know, sometimes the other flours are great, but this just makes it super easy for us. I have the leavening agent, so some baking powders.
And you sift everything?
I sift everything. I like to break it up. It breaks up all the lumps and clumps, and see how light it looks?
It is.
So then once you're mixing it, that adds to the texture of the bake. So it adds that nice, soft texture when you cut into your cake. Now, see how it's getting nice and thick? I'm gonna get you to pour the coconut milk.
And you say it's really important to use full-fat coconut milk. Full fat.
So this you can find in your local grocery store.
The whole thing
you can pour the whole thing. And they're the cans. And full fat. Don't opt for anything with less fat, because this is what ultimately adds to the richness of the cake. It adds that deep coconut flavor. Can you smell it? Doesn't it smell like
very
vacation?
Good. Yes.
And spring and summer, and that's what we're manifesting here today, right? So see how the batter is nice and thick, and then you're gonna do that's the lime juice.
Okay, this is the lime juice here.
Essentially, you take 2 limes. You could do 1 to 2 limes. You're gonna zest it first, and then you squeeze out all the lemon juice. And again, this adds to the depth, the flavor, and also it contributes to the texture of the bake as well.
Okay.
And there we are. So there we go. And that's it.
That's the part that goes all over
I know. It goes all over the place, and I'm like covered. I was just telling Rick, I walk out of the house and I have like cake batter all over me. I'm like,
busy.
Sorry. I've been busy. I was baking. My son's always like, can you wipe your face? I'm like, I tried. And then I have chocolate on my fingers. And
it's a job hazard.
Right?
Okay, so that is so fluffy.
Isn't it? Look at that. Like when you feel it, it's so nice and fluffy. Then this is the most important part, is spraying the pan. And especially with all the crevices, make sure you deeply spray it, because what happens is you do all this work, you put it in the oven, and then when you take it out,
you can't get it out.
You can't get it out, and then that's so like heartbreaking.
So could you make this cake if you don't have a bundt pan? Could you just make it in a regular?
You can. I mean, it would change the cook time. And the nice thing with the bundt cake, the only difference between a bundt cake and a regular cake is this has a hole in it. So the heat is evenly distributed throughout the cake, and it helps it. That also adds to the softness of the cake and the even baking of the cake versus a regular cake. Put it in your pan, 350 for about 45 minutes. And another trick when you want to take it out of the pan, wait about 10 to 15 minutes. That's the magic number. You take it out too soon, less than 10 to 15, it's going to break.
Yeah.
If you wait too long, it starts to stick, and then it becomes harder for it to be released.
Okay. You've got so many great tips.
Thank
so many
you,
great
Annette.
tips.
Thank you.
And another, just before we go, another one is to hold off glazing it until it's completely cooled.
There's nothing wrong with glazing it while it's warm. The problem is it just seeps into the cake, which tastes great, but you don't see the thickness of the glaze. So always wait until it's completely cool.
Okay.
Then you put your glaze over it, and then you can add coconut or you can add lime zest.
And we're ready.
It's delicious, whatever flavor you're looking for.
I have so many desserts for lunch. Thank you, Susie. We'll get all the links up on our website at chch.com/morninglive. Enjoy.